Hi everyone, welcome to Maker Mondays. This week and next, we're going to be making a crochet or amigurumi jellyfish. So to get started, part one will be this week. We're going to be learning how to make both our flat bottom and dome top pieces, which pretty much use the same technique. And then next week, we're going to be making the tendrils and learning how to do assembly. So to get started, go ahead and grab the loose end of your yarn, secure it down like so, wrap it around these two fingers, then grab your working end over here, poke a loop of it through your initial loop that you did, then go ahead and poke your crochet hook through that. Okay, so we're going to be doing a stitch called a single crochet. Now to do that, poke your crochet hook through the big loop that you just did, grab a little yarn, pull it up so that you have two loops, and then grab a little yarn and pull it through both of those. Now grab something that you would like to be your stitch marker. I'm just going to be using a bobby pin and poke it through these two loops right here, because that'll help you remember where the beginning of your row was, and you'll see later on these two loops will be important for doing your next row. But first things first, let's go ahead and finish this row. So we need to make 5 more single crochets. So again, poke your loop through, your hook through the loop, grab a bit of yarn, pull that up, and you'll see you'll have 2 loops here. Pull that through. You'll see now you have 2 stitches there. You need to do that a few more times. So there we go. So poke your hook through the loop, grab a little yarn, then grab a little bit more yarn to pull that through. Okay, yeah, so we've got 4 stitches. We need 2 more. All right, so let's make sure we've got our 6 stitches. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so you'll remember this loose end that we had from earlier. Go ahead and tug on that, because that's what gives you a nice little tight circle, like so. So we'll go ahead and undo our increases. Now to do that, go ahead and grab your working yarn that's still attached to your skein. Grab that, because what you'll want to do is, you'll remember where this first stitch was. Go ahead and poke your crochet hook through both loops, grab a little yarn, pull it up, and pull some more yarn through both of those loops. Then go ahead and move your stitch marker up, because that'll help you remember where you left off and where to end this row. Because what you'll want to do is do 2 stitches in the same stitch from the previous row, because you'll see it makes that nice little V shape. So you'll want to do that with all the rest of these stitches around your initial circle. So move over to this one to your left and do 2 more single crochets in there. Okay, and then just keep going around your circle, doing 2 single crochets in the stitch below. Always making sure you poke your crochet hook through both loops. So just keep going until you reach, you'll see we just have to do 1 more stitch in here to make our 2, and then 2 more stitches here until we're back at the beginning of the row. Okay, so then we're going to be doing a slightly different type of increase. So in this beginning of the row, just make 1 single crochet, and then move your stitch marker up. Go ahead and poke that through. Okay, so you'll see there's just one stitch here. You'll want to leave that as just one because over here on your left, you're going to be making 2. So go ahead and make 2 stitches here. Then to your left, just make 1 stitch. And then move over to the left again and make 2 more stitches. And just keep repeating that pattern all along your entire circle. And you'll see it's already starting to make your circle a little bit bigger. So just keep going until you reach, again, just reach the beginning of that previous row. Okay, so you'll want to end on doing 2 stitches. All right, so then this is the same basic pattern again that you'll be using for both these pieces down here. So whenever you do your next row, instead of doing just 1, 2, 1, 2, you'll be wanting to do 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then 2. So then your next row will again be single crochet, 2 stitches in 1, and then do that all the way around, and then into whenever you reach that beginning again, you'll want to do, the next row will be 3, so single crochet, double, and then let me see if I can, yeah, because that, once you do that, let's see here, see if I can give you a nice good example. Okay, so this initial row, that's where you did your 6. This is where you did your 2 stitches all around. Up here is where you did your 1, 2, 1, 2. Up here is where you did your 1, 1, 2. Then the row up there is 1, 2, 3, 2. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. And then your last row should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 2, if that makes sense. So once you have, again, let's see, because see where this little 2 stitches are? You can kind of gauge, this will be where your last row is. So there's your 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2. And that's where you'll want to end to make this bottom part. But to make your slightly more domed piece, you'll want to do the same thing as you did with this, except to make it nice and curved, after you've done your like your 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, just do just plain no increase single crochets all around your circumference. So you want to do as many rows of that as you can. I believe with this one I only did 3 rows. Yes, because you'll see this is where our last row of increases was, where like there was those 5 stitches between increases, and then these 3 rows here were just plain single crochets. So 1 single crochet in each stitch all around for 3 rows, and you can do more or less depending on how domed you want your piece to be. All right, so that concludes week 1. We'll see you next week with how to make tendrils and how to put your entire piece together. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.